Hi guys, so today we're doing the Portuguese Trail. So it's rumoured that the Portuguese visited here in 1501 or 1503, no one's exactly sure of the dates. They created this trail which leads up to the mountain behind me. No one's quite sure why they created the trail. Best guess is obviously to look for fresh water as the highest point on the island. So we have a little play. The trail's just here behind me. I've never done this trail before. I'm assuming it does lead up to the mountain. Not too sure how hard the walking is going to be. But yeah, we'll give it a go. I've also got my DJI Neo with me today. I've never used it before, so we'll see how it goes. It's a little bit windy, but yeah, hopefully it's some good footage and hopefully we find some good things. I'll catch you in a bit. First signal today, got a 2930. I've only got one camera, so I'll give it a dig and then I'll do a bit of filming and see what we find. So first hole, it's a stainless steel nut, nothing of interest really, so we'll just carry on. Seems to gave the interest of a sheep. I'm assuming he doesn't see many people up this way. Yeah, he's just having a look around. So let's carry on. Just heading up this way again. Just keeps going up this path. I don't know when it's going to stop. I've actually changed a little bit, so the mountain's on my right hand side now. When we started it was on the left, so definitely heading round towards the back of the mountain. So I'll carry on for a bit. Still haven't found much yet, so which is not a bad sign because it means it's not that trashy up here. So hopefully when we do get a signal it'll be something good. So we've got a nice 15-16 here. I'll dig this one up. I'm guessing probably ring pull, just because there's a can just there. So I'll try it and I'll let you know what we find. So it wasn't a ring pull, guys, which was a good sign. So you can hear the motorbikes in the background, so there's a couple of guys just on their cross bikes going up the mountain. It was actually a shell. Now it's not a 303, it's too small on the bottom, so I'll give it a bit of a clean. Just see if I can make out what it is. I'm just gonna take you off camera for a second, just to have a look. No, I can't make it out. It's not that early, because you can see it's quite a modern one, but yeah, I will clean that when I go home, just see if there is any markings on the bottom. I'll let you know what I find out. Unless you guys know, just give me a comment. Just taking a little bit of a break. I thought I'd explain what the channel's about, where we are in the world, all that sort of good stuff. So I'm working on Ascension Island at the moment. It's about 4,000 miles from the African coast and 4,000 miles from the South American coast. So bang in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It's predominantly a military island, so there is no tourists allowed on the island. So you have to work here as such to be here. So it's about 35 square miles, totally undetected as I'm aware. So yeah, I've got a massive area to play with. History of the island, so 1501, like I explained at the beginning of the video, the Portuguese discovered Ascension. Back then it was called Conception Island, then changed later on through the years to Ascension Island. So there was a big gap in the history of the island. So from the 1500s to the 1800s, there wasn't much history recorded. Captain Dampier in the mid 1700s got shipwrecked here on his vessel, the Roebuck. So that's number one of my missions here is apparently he buried his treasure somewhere on the island. Talking to some of the old guys back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, they used to go exploring a lot to see if they could find it. There's two areas of interest that I've got, which I'll show in a future video on the map, where I think potentially he could have buried treasure, if any. There's records in the 1800s of the redcoats trying to find it as well, but there's been actual no records of treasure being found on Ascension. So yeah, that's going to be part of my exploration here. Second part is the 1800s, when Napoleon was exiled to Salina. They put a garrison here, about 150 redcoats, Royal Marines and Royal Artillery. So yeah, there's a lot of history here about them. So I have found some regimental buttons, some coins from the era, hopefully find a cap badge one day, that'd be really interesting. And then there's the World War II history of the island. So there was about 4,000 Americans here for about 5 years, predominantly to protect the cable and wireless installations. I just have a staging post here. It was one of the busiest airports in the world at the time. But yeah, so the Americans just left everything behind, literally up sticks when the war finished. I've got an old video which I watched the other day, and there's about 6 guys left here in 1948, tasked to clear up, but no one sent any ships or anything to collect the stuff, so they literally buried everything. The camps are pretty much left dismantled, untouched. So yeah, we've got quite a lot to explore here. So it's a couple of my first YouTube videos. The rest of the stuff I've done is just shorts, so I'm hoping to get a video out every week, if not every 2 weeks, and we'll see if we can find some good stuff. Alright guys, cheers. So I just found this, bit of an old button I think. So it actually wasn't too far away from the cannon where I found the shell casing. So I'll have a little search around this area, see if there's anything else. So I was just walking and my detector picked up a bit of a signal. It's a coin. I'm not expecting it to be anything modern. So it is, if I can get the camera to focus, it's not focusing. There. So it's a 20p. It's actually from the Falkland Islands. I think the date is 1998, so not old, but it's a coin, even though it was on the top. But yeah, it's quite cool. I don't know if anyone's seen Falkland Islands coins before, but they always have the sheep on them. And obviously different denominations have different wildlife on them. But yeah, so the Falklands is about another 3,000–4,000 miles from here. So the airport here obviously links Falklands, Ascension to UK, and then vice versa. So yeah, I'll carry on. Got to the top of the hill, guys. Thought I'd just have a little break. You can see the sea in the background there. I've just literally came up this track, and then heading up this way after. I'm assuming the track follows that direction. The mountain is just behind here, which has just gone out of sight. I'm just sitting in quite a low dip at the moment, just trying to get a bit of shade. It's about 30 degrees today, so we'll carry on. Probably do another hour, 2 hours, and then start heading back to the truck. So I just found this, guys. It doesn't look like much at the start, but it's a Victorian rum bottle, early 1800s. So I will have a little scan around this area, just see if there is anything else. But yeah, I can only see the top of the bottle. I can't see the main bottle, which is a bit strange. So yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything. Another hole. Strange one, this one. So I think it's a really old towing hitch off a vehicle. Looks like it. A bit of a strange place for it to be. It's quite deep as well, probably about 7–8 inches. So yeah, yeah, not too sure how this got here, but yeah, let's carry on. Just had a bit of lead, guys. I always find it strange how you find bits of lead in the most random places. Obviously it's not natural, so yeah, nothing on it, just a bit of flat lead. So yeah, we'll carry on. Not the easiest of walking, guys, around these places on Ascension Island, especially in 30 odd degrees heat, so you have to really watch your step. It's just rocks, big gullies everywhere. It's a bit of a strange island because it's really dry most of the time, but when it does rain, it washes out these massive gullies. which can go on for miles. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on for a bit. We're getting to the top of the mountain now. I don't know if I'll make it all the way today. It's getting a bit quite late now. It's about lunchtime, so yeah, we'll carry on. So that's about a wrap today, guys. I've done about 2.5 hours up. Just show you. So that's where the track continues, but I'm about down to half my water left. So probably about an hour, so back down to where the vehicle is. So I'm going to call it a day today. We didn't find much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think what I'll do next week is maybe do some World War II sites. I usually find some quite good stuff there. I found old detonators in the past, loads of coins, buckles, dog tags, a bit of everything. So yeah, join me next time on Ascension Island History Hunters, guys.